Hi everybody, my name is Miss Tracy and I'm here today to show you all the best way to hold a pencil. And why is that important? It's very important that we build the right muscles in our hands so we can learn to move the pencil the right way, and it will also help us so our hand doesn't get tired when we're doing all those writing assignments, okay? So the first thing we're going to talk about, believe it or not, are colors. So when you're driving down the road with mom or dad and you see a red light, what happens? I think I hear some of you. Yes, you stop. Every time you see, when you're in the car with your parents and you see a red light, you stop. Okay, so let's talk about a green light. So you're driving down the road with mom or dad, the family, and you see a green light. What does mom and dad do? Let me hear you. Exactly right. They go. So red means stop and green means go. Now let's talk about why that's important when it comes to holding our pencil. Okay, so I've got my fingers with some really pretty stickers. And as you can see, I've got green, 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 and red on my fingers. Okay, so this helps me to remind me how to move my pencil, what fingers actually move. So I'm going to grab my pencil over here. Let's look at my pencil real quick. I like to use a shortened pencil. The shortened pencil really helps. Most kindergartners, first and second graders use the shorter pencil because it's just easier for us to handle, okay? And I really like to put a rubber band on the end, and I like mine to be colored because that way I can see where I need to place my fingers to hold my pencil, and I can also feel that rubber band on the end of a pencil. So I really like the rubber band on my shortened pencil. So let's go ahead and talk about how to hold the pencil. Just like you guys said, green means good job, go. So guess what? Green fingers are the ones that move our pencil back and forth when we're writing. The red fingers, they lay down, they rest, they stay right here. While these green fingers go, my red fingers stop. Everybody see that? Okay, so let's look at this. Get to some paper. I've got some circles on my paper that I'm going to color. I want you all to watch really carefully how my GoFingers are coloring. So I go back and forth and back and forth, and I'm coloring. And look at those GoFingers go. Maybe kind of hard to see, but you see my red fingers, my stop fingers are resting. I go back and forth and back and forth. I stay in my lines, and it's those GoFingers that are moving my pencil. So we want to practice little coloring so we can see those really good movements that those GoFingers are doing. Back and forth, back and forth. Holding my paper, my arm is staying on the table, not up here. I'm coloring and coloring while my arm rests on the table. Okay. You're going to get a chance to practice. I just want to show you a couple of more things. Sometimes I use I call it a pillow. And I use this for some of my friends that have a hard time keeping those stop fingers down. A lot of times some people just want to put all the fingers on the pencil. So this is a really helpful reminder. And actually I'm going to call it a pillow. And those hands, those little stop fingers are just going to rest because that's their job. They just rest and support the GoFingers. So it's okay if your teacher gives you a little pom-pom for a pillow or a cotton ball. It's okay. I used one and it really helped me. And that way you can get those fingers moving. Okay? And the other thing I want to show you about this is I want to remind everybody to have this open space. A lot of my friends tend to do this. Really hard to move the GoFingers when you've got this thumb wrapped up around your hand. So I'm going to show you a little trick to remind you. I've got to grab my pen. Okay. Watch this. Hold on. It'll be a surprise. Okay. Look what I made. Made a smiley face. That makes me happy when I look at my hand and I know I'm holding the pencil right. I will see a smiley face. If I'm doing this, will I see a smiley face? You're right, I'm not going to. If I've got those GoFingers and I've got this open space and I can move my pencil, it looks like he's talking to me. Now remember, the GoFingers are also important whenever you're at art, or maybe you're in some centers in your classroom. Maybe you're doing an activity where you're going to pick up with tongs. So watch. Look, it's my GoFingers again. My GoFingers are what's going to pick up and put them on. Again, not all of them. It's those GoFingers. Again, my stop fingers are resting, and you can pick up your tongs and can do work with your GoFingers. That makes them a lot stronger. Even if you're in art or again centers and you're stringing beads, you can hold it with your GoFingers. You can even hold this with your GoFingers. And you can string beads using those GoFingers. So it's really important to use those GoFingers writing and in center so we can get your fingers a lot stronger and hold the pencil correctly. So remember, if you're holding the pencil correctly, you're going to see a smiley face.